Turning back now to that breaking news that happened just a few hours ago for that officer-involved shooting that happened near 19th and Glendale Avenues. Getting out to Luzdelia Caballero, you are live with the latest. Luzdelia, tell us exactly what police are answering for.
Well, still more questions than answers. There is still a big police presence out here, crime scene tape still going on. This is an ongoing investigation. What we know is that officers were actually leaving a call they responded to unrelated to this incident when, as they were going through that intersection near 19th Avenue and Tucky, they perceived some objects being thrown to their vehicle. Now, because this was such a fluid situation, officials say officers really didn't know what objects were being thrown. So when they were able to do so, they looped around, bringing them right to this spot, 19th Avenue and Tucky. That's just south of the light rail. And that's when they got a better idea of what was being thrown at them, now identifying those objects as rocks. Eventually, two officers got out of the vehicle. They were asking the man to stop throwing those rocks. That man was not listening to command. Officials say that this man was in his early 30s. Eventually, he was at a point where he was going to throw a second rock, and that's where that officer-involved shooting occurred. Now, when I say still more questions than answers, that's because when we asked them, how big those rocks were, proximity between the suspect and the officer's perceived threat, those questions were not answered, again, because it is still under investigation. We also asked if the officers were okay, if they were struck, if they were injured. Again, because it's under investigation, those questions were not answered. We learned that the suspect died in the hospital, though life-saving measures were rendered on scene before he was taken to the hospital. So again, we will stay on top of this. This is a developing situation. More questions than answers, but of course we are working to get you those answers at this time.